called in
to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
And
brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick, it's not really Bucks and Brews today.
No.
It's more like Bucks and energy drinks.
This is a Bucks and Drinks. This is a zero sugar monster energy drink for myself. I wish I had some vodka or anything else that I put inside these things, but that's okay with me. It's an early morning, and we're excited to do this episode.
Yeah, I have a Ghost zero sugar energy drink, sour pink lemonade. I may have already drank 3/4 of this, doing 3 pops and pennies before this, but that's okay.
Oh, you're not on your second can of energy drink
I
already?
am not.
That's surprising.
I
man.
know.
So
So we're doing a live early Bucks and Brews this morning for those of you on TikTok and Twitch.
beer, yeah, that's a fact. Over there on TikTok,
We do love beer.
we
I had beer yesterday morning.
Thanks
for
so much for the follow.
Yeah, we appreciate the follows.
Yeah.
Randy followed us. Thank you, Randy. We do typically drink beer on Bucks and Brews, but it's 9:30. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Go Bucks from Tampa. A different
And-
kind of Bucks. We're talking money, baby. Yeah.
And, even though we do drink in the mornings,
Yeah.
today we're not.
No, I have things to do and still accomplish yet today.
I have another hospital troop.
Right,
So
let's say normally I would drink. In the morning, there's nothing. We were actually talking about it. I joked with my wife. I said, "There's nothing I love." Oh, we were talking with a listener or a guy who joins us, Ummer.
yeah,
We ran into him, and I love day drinking. Day drinking is one of my most favorite things to do.
how can you drink all day if you don't start in the morning?
That's a fact. I mean, how many times have you seen me post that? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a fan of day drinking. So
We are a little bit of an alcoholic.
yeah, but it's okay. We get through.
We're very functional.
Very. I used to be way more functional when I had a job.
Yeah, well, being retired at 36 will do that.
It's funny. I played pull tabs last night
Yeah.
at bowling.
like
uh,
always.
I put $5 in, and I said, "Look, if I win money, I promise you, I'm going to stay retired." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And so I put 5 in, and I ended up going. I won a 5, and then I won $1, so I won 6, and I was like, "Well, it looks like I'm staying retired." I was like, "That $1 is going to get me far." So, excellent points. That's
It
a
is.
fact. Yeah, I say, but day drinking. I mean, think about day drinking, right? Like, you get to wake up, crack some beers. You get to have a nap, which we all love at our age.
I mean,
right?
a mimosa's not really drinking in the morning, is it? That it's got orange juice. I mean, in that theory, you can drink a screwdriver too.
Right. It's like mixers. Oh, man. And but like, I mean, who doesn't love a nap, right? I mean,
I love a
you
nap.
get to a nice little thing, or you just get a nice little buzz and takes you through the whole entire day. And that's where the good stuff starts to happen. You know,
Randy's got a tall boy in his lap right now. Go, Randy.
I say, Randy, what kind of tall boy?
Yes. What are you drinking, Randy?
I say, a
St. Michael's a hockey player from Massachusetts that's now in Tampa.
there you go.
That's cool.
Let's say,
Swing juice in golf. All right.
swing juice in golf. Is that the type of beer?
I don't know.
no.
Well, it was no.
No,
Randy's
Randy-
got a hurricane.
All right.
Randy must be on a beach.
Natty Ice in Tampa. Get out of here. Come on. Let's say,
That's somebody after your own heart. You
I-
drink bad beer.
it's not bad beer. I mean, it's just, say Natty Daddies are decent, right? So,
Okay, PBR man.
I love PBR. Hey, you know what, guys? Tried and true, always the blue Bud Light. That's my go-to.
I will drink a cheap beer. I don't like to.
Yeah. Come chase gators. I was actually just down in Louisiana last week.
A week ago, yeah.
Yes, I didn't think gosh, it's been less than a week. But yeah, so a week ago, I was down there chasing gators, or they were chasing me at least.
You got back a week ago today, didn't it? Or was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yeah,
I got
yesterday.
6 a.m. in the morning on Monday. Yep. Sorry, and then I turned around and traveled to Chicago.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just traveling. So yeah, they say I'm all about coming down to Gatorland. So today's fun episode, the thing that's pissing the world off
The world.
at this moment. I mean, literally, the world.
Yeah.
Right. It's not. I wish.
It's not like one country. It's literally fucking everyone
Yeah.
is these fucking tariffs.
I say tariffs are.
Tariffs can be a useful tool,
They have potential to work if used correctly.
but not in the way that they're currently being used.
I'm married and I can't afford the good stuff. My boy.
We understand, Randy. Trust
Yeah.
us. We are both married, and only one of us here can afford the good stuff.
No, I can't. You met my wife. You say I have a fucking pool I have to open up here in a minute.
I mean, you have friends that like that too, just so you know.
right? And say people are fucking expensive.
They are.
People usually bring over beer, and I crack one of their good ones because I'm over here spending all my money, and they just bring me a beer, and I'm like, oh, I'll have one of those, please.
You may have bought Mike and I a case of Bud Light once, and we drank it all while you were gone.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
and we didn't even like Bud Light.
Yeah. So yeah, right. Tariffs are happening. And so from my understanding of how I see things, and I tend to look at things a little different than you. Basically, Trump decided that he's gonna try to make things fair. Right? Because he thought that we were paying more money out than we were bringing in. So he wanted to have a fairness between countries, whether it was China, whether it was Canada, Mexico, things like that. And so he said, hey, we're going to raise tariffs so that way you have to pay. I mean, that's not really how, in theory, yes, we want it to work like that,
Yeah,
right?
we're going to raise tariffs so you have to pay.
Right.
When he says you, he means the country, but in actuality, it's us because we're buying the shit.
Right. And a tariff is put on by the country that is getting it imported. It's put on the product coming in, but it's paid by the person that's buying that product.
Right. So you're selling me a product and you live in Canada, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to sell me this Star Wars toy.
Yep.
Let's go with toys because that's great.
Yep.
And you were selling it to me last year at $10.
Yep.
But now our government has said, no, we're going to charge you 100% tariff on that, which now means that $10 item is $20.
Yep.
Are you going to absorb that cost and still sell me that toy for $10?
No, I'm going to say I'm going to take it and go $20, but I still have to make my money. So I'm going to make the same amount that I've made. So now it becomes.
Well, and for a lot of companies, it's not that they're going to sell it for $20. They're going to sit there and go, oh, I can just blame the tariff. This is now $25.
Yes.
Because that has there was bailouts given to the egg producers.
Mm-hmm.
And did egg prices get cheaper? No, they got more expensive because all of the egg producers, the like 3 or 4, were like, oh, we can just blame, the lack of eggs and the fact that we're not making any money, even though we are making record profits on the state of the economy. And we can just charge $10 for 12 eggs.
Yep.
And nobody's going to bat an eye. They're still going to buy their eggs.
So when your wife is vegan,
Mhm.
Do you eat eggs?
I do.
Okay. Like we just celebrated Easter.
Yep.
And we dye eggs.
Yep.
And, it's fine. But, right, when you go get 2 dozen eggs and it costs you $20 or whatever, it's close to, sure, over exaggerate, $15. I used to buy them for $1.50, 99 cents, $1.50, whatever it might have been. I mean, so, now I'm $15. Like the price is not just doubled. It tripled, it's quadrupled, right?
Mm-hmm.
In what it is. So it's just an insane amount of money.
Well, and the thought on tariffs is if you make the stuff from other countries more expensive, then we'll produce it here.
Correct.
And that sounds great in theory.
There's certain things that it works on, like vehicles.
Yes, it can work on vehicles,
right.
But not all of the vehicle.
Correct.
So every vehicle now has a computer in it.
Yep.
Do we have the infrastructure to build any of those computer components here?
No.
How long would it take? Do you know the estimate on how long it would take to get us up to speed on producing those things here?
Oh man, I don't. Is there an actual estimate out there?
Estimates I've read are 20 years.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I was gonna say like 5 years or something, but
Estimates I've read are 20
20
years to get us up to speed to produce the amount of electronics needed.
30 eggs for $14 in Tampa. That's insane to me.
So I think Costco still has an 18 rack for like $7.
Trump will fix it. Say we're gonna talk about that, but
Fix it my ass. Anyways, when I forgot my train of thought. What was I saying?
sorry, you were saying importing or sorry, tariffs on and importing. So 15 year or 20 years to get
the infrastructure up and running.
Yep.
And that's not what company is going to sit there that is already making it cheaper elsewhere and say, all right, I give up. I'm going to bring all the production back to the US.
Right.
They're not going to do that because even at the higher price with the tariff,
Yep.
consumers here are still going to buy those goods because it's still going to be cheaper than if they had to set up that infrastructure here to make that product here.
Yep. Well, so the way they get things done, so yes, tariffs is one way to help, but also, right, besides that, like, the government, local, right? Government doesn't always equal federal. People kind of forget that. There's local, but most municipalities or things have to give a tax credit and say, oh, you're going to bring jobs. We'll let you not pay taxes on the land that you're going to develop and do this because you're going to bring jobs. And so, because, right, wages cost $1 an hour. The average wage in the world is $1 an hour. Like, right, let's be clear about this. The average wage we here in America complain that 7,425 isn't enough, which I don't know many people that make that, but there are people, sure. But even at 15, it's a struggle to make.
Go to red states. Their minimum wage is still $7.25.
The minimum wage is, I just don't know many people that are.
They pay that in those red states.
Making that. So, but so it's this point of, you have to figure out how to make the product cheaper, have it developed, right? And also get it so that way we're not competing. So if I'm getting $15 an hour and the person in China is getting $1 an hour, I have to make up $14 an hour to still make the same profit that I was going to make.
Right.
Now, in China, this pen cost $1 to make. Well, I have to produce, let's say I make 20 an hour. Well, if I'm paying 14 extra dollars, so now I have to figure out how to make this pen cost 1/15 the price, so that way I can make the same amount of money, right? And so you have to mass produce just such a big quantity of these things.
Well, let's use real numbers. So a TV costs you $100.
Buy from Tampa, see ya,
bud.
It's like, enjoy that Jack Daniels.
So TVs are $100. Okay, let's say you buy a $100 TV.
Yep.
And I want to say it's 125% tariff on China. And you used to get that $100 TV from China. Now it's $225. Okay. How much would it cost to make that same TV here? $500?
Oh, easily.
So you're still saving $300 off the price of that TV just from buying it from a producer out of this country.
Okay.
And there is no electronic maker, Sony, Hitachi, RCA, HP, Toshiba,
Samsung,
that's going to sit there and say, you know what, you're right. I'm going to make that TV in the US. It's going to cost $500 instead of $215 or $250 or whatever the number was. And I can sell it in 20 years. They're not going to do that.
Right.
They're just going to keep moving on with business as usual because they don't really give a shit.
Right.
People are going to buy it in other countries. And that's the other thing about these tariffs is, so how is China going to retaliate? So China's going to retaliate by saying, we used to get most of our soybeans from the US. Fuck you. We're not buying them there anymore. We'll go to Brazil.
Yep.
We used to get a lot of our beef from the US. Fuck you. We'll go to Canada and
India has
Australia and other places to get our beef.
Oh yeah. Australia's a huge exporter of beef.
I think it was my second or third trip to Hawaii when I was a kid.
Yep.
And Dole Pineapple at that point was moving all of their operations from Hawaii to the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
And they still produce pineapples in Hawaii, but they don't export most of them from there. They export them from the Philippines. So now you could sit there and go, well, pineapple's made in Hawaii. No.
Right.
Pineapples are grown in the Philippines.
Well, and that's it, right? So China has decided that, hey, we're going to limit what we're going to sell to you. We are going to also start importing from other countries because you're just pissing us off.
Mhm.
And, we're going to figure out a way to not need you for as much stuff. And we're also not going to allow you to have our stuff that we can give you for cheap, right?
Mhm.
So, if you remember back in the day, there was the tsunami that hit Japan.
Yep.
And, well, I mean, it hit, we had so many vehicles sitting in lots because we couldn't get computer chips
Yeah.
because their factories and all that were flooded.
Yeah.
I mean, they basically the exact same. Now we just can't get them because they're not going to sell to us, right?
Mhm.
From my understanding, the last import from most China factories happened April 29th. And so our ports are going to stop having so much coming in, which means stores are going to have less. So, yeah, India is still shipping us shirts and clothing, and people, it's funny because America, I feel like, is so like uneducated about where products come from for the most part, right?
Americans are uneducated about most things.
I say I would agree, but like, so we're not going to be able to have clothes, and it's like, have you ever seen where clothes come from? Like, your dad's a textile,
Yeah. He sells fabric.
right? So like, his isn't his import is going to have more tax, but his product isn't not going to get here currently, right? Like, again, China is going to be your
That'd
plastics.
be a good question for him on how tariffs are going to affect him. I
You
should ask next
really
time I
want to
talk.
talk to your dad?
I mean, he's going to call me anyway, so
Ring ring.
it'll give me something to talk about.
Yeah. And that's it, right? Like, ask the question. And
Venezuela checking in.
hey, hola, ¿cómo está?
Hello, Venezuela.
And but so right, we're going, you're gonna get your plastics, you're gonna get your electronics, right? China has they do some food things. They also do a lot of metal that gets shipped over to here.
We don't produce the iron that we used to.
Correct.
We just don't.
So
we don't produce the wood that we used to. We just don't. We get that from Canada.
Right. Say for our friends from Venezuela, check out Pesos and Cervezas.
Which is the same as Bucks and Brews, just a different.
Just when
name.
when we travel,
Yeah.
baby. So right, and yes, there's concerns of things that we won't have, right? Technology we kind of talked about on a kids episode, but like, right, we're going to slow down on the amount of stuff. So instead of houses having a TV in every room, we're probably going to only have a few TVs now because, the prices are going to go up of that. And, for me, I have a electronic pool vacuum, right? I mean, my electronic one, I can do a handheld one, but I like the electronic one. It just does the fucking job for me, right?
Yeah.
The price of that's they're already ridiculous in price. Now it's just going to go up even higher. So,
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Who do the increased costs hurt? Do they hurt rich people or poor people?
they hurt both.
But who do they hurt more exponentially?
Exponentially, they're going to hurt the poor people the most,
Right.
Like, as arrogant as it is, right? I bitched about $15 for eggs, but I'm still going to buy those eggs
Mhm.
because it's what I like to eat.
Mhm.
Where me growing up in my life, my mom would have stopped buying eggs.
Mhm.
And I would have ended up having to have cereal for breakfast, right? So I would have went with the unhealthier version because it's easier, B, it's cheaper, right? So, if I do one egg every morning for breakfast, and that was my, egg and toast or whatever it might be, one piece of bread, one egg. Back as a kid, let's call that, back then it would have been, so eggs were, let's call it $1.20, so that way I can go 10 cents a piece. Bread I could buy for $1.20 as well. Let's call it 12 pieces of bread. So I'm at 20 cents for breakfast.
Mhm.
Well, the wheat and all that's still coming from here, things like that. So
Yeah.
bread, I haven't seen too much of an increase in.
Yeah, that should stay pretty stable.
Yep. So I'm still at 10 cents for that. But my eggs we talked about. So now we're at $7.70, just or whatever it might be. So but now it's 70 cents per egg and 10 cents for that bread. So I'm at 80 cents. I used to be at 20 cents. Now I'm at 80. just for me to eat. Now I have brothers and sisters,
Mhm.
so if breakfast used to cost my family less than $1, it is now costing me $4 just for one meal. Now, if I take that meal and go over for poor, for poor people, like $5 was a lot of money for a full meal, because I grew up spaghetti. Okay, why? And it's funny because why do you eat spaghetti?
It's
Not
cheap.
exactly, not because it was
Noodles are
good.
cheap.
It was a
Sauce
dollar.
is cheap, and you don't have to buy the sauce. And buy fucking tomatoes, smash them up. You got sauce.
Right. You say
A little bit of sugar, you know.
um thanks for following. You say have a great day.
Thanks, Gustavo.
But say
With a free Palestine quote.
there you go.
Comment. We agree.
Say, but we are so right for me as a person now, right? Yes. So instead of drinking Grand Rapids Brewing beer, right, for $14 for the beer, for one beer, I'm going to drink Bud Light, $14 for 14 beers. So it's easy for me to stop doing it now.
Paps, $10 for 18 beers.
Right. But so for the poor person, right, that was already drinking Bud Light, there's nothing else to go to. They can't switch to a cheaper, I mean, right? We could all name some random things, but you can't decrease your cost of living anymore because you're already at the bottom of that, right?
Correct.
So all it's going to do is just cost you more money and you have less to spend.
If you already shop at Save a Lot,
Aldi,
you can't
right?
go to a
Aldi's.
cheaper Save a The Save a Lot is the cheapest there
Right,
is.
right. Now you're going to food pantries, right?
Correct.
So
And they don't have food because nobody's donating because nobody has money.
right. Well, and with Trump cutting so many so much funding for things, it's just insane how people are surviving at this moment.
I shared a TikTok with you this morning. Did you watch any?
No.
Okay, so I shared a TikTok.
I was getting a
with you.
massage. Our massage therapist says,
Yeah, I need to see
She
her. I
does
haven't seen her in a
awesome.
while.
I was like, oh, David. I was like, oh my gosh, David needs to get with you
I
because he's got
really
a
do.
vacation and he should just
I really do.
Yeah.
I should hit her up because
Yeah.
I could use one. But anyways, I sent you a TikTok this morning on, hey, with a recession coming, here are cheap meals you can make.
Yeah.
And there's stuff you and I talk about. Somebody's like, throw an egg in your ramen. And one of the comments was, hey, you're not poor if you have enough money for eggs.
Right.
And that's not false.
Well, and that's so it's so bad because like I want to be a content creator in the sense of like I still feel the need to prove because like right, we fight about this minimum wage thing
Mhm.
all the time. I'm still not on your level and you're nowhere near where I think. But like you and I agree that we can have cheap meals.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And so like me, I want to just I'm trying to be on a healthy diet, so I'm not eating as much
Crap.
yeah. Which we agree, like most of the stuff that's you're going to eat
Cheap
cheap
is
is going
crap.
to be crap, right? Like, I paid $15 for a salad yesterday.
Which is expensive, but it was good for you.
Nah,
Where was it?
Russ's.
Uh,
I mean, don't get me wrong. It should have been good for me, right? But the French dressing, the gallon that I put on there,
yeah.
probably didn't help me lose weight. But, I'm doing okay.
Dawn and I were talking about you.
Oh, good.
Because we were talking, and Dawn's like, I mean, when you look at people and how they eat certain things, when they buy the cheap stuff, it isn't healthy for them. And I'm like, oh, you mean like when we go to Nick's and we buy us hot dogs because they're 80 cents?
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, like that. I said, I will eat a bar of I got no problems doing that.
Yeah.
And I got no problems with you buying them when people are coming over, because why the fuck should you pay for everybody to eat? But if I'm having hot dogs at home,
Yeah.
I'm buying a high quality hot dog.
You never.
I mean, the lowest quality hot dog I will buy is a ballpark.
Oh, yeah, no.
But usually I'm going to buy Nathan's.
Yeah, so you're spending it's
I want a better quality of bad food.
I hate the snap.
That's Kogel.
Okay. Nathan's all right.
Nathan's don't snap.
No.
That's Kogel. I don't like the
I
Kogel.
don't like Kogels either.
It's the casing they use.
Yeah.
Because they have those at Grand Coney.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yep. Oh, it's exactly. They have them at Grand Coney, and I don't like it either.
Yeah,
but
the Nathan's do not snap.
okay.
They use a different. They use a regular casing.
But like I like a Bar S hot dog. It to me, to me, I can't say a hot dog's a hot dog, but like I like a lot of cheaper things, which is very surprising, right?
You grew up on the cheaper things.
Yeah, but like, and some of the things that are fancy just don't taste as good, right?
Right.
If you ask me, I don't. Hormel, as much as I love you, you have a specific use. You are not to be on my hot dogs,
Okay.
right? I want 69-cent hot dog sauce.
Yeah, like off brand.
Meyer, yeah, we'll say whatever. Yeah, I think it's called hot dog sauce, and it's cheap. And that I like that better than I like the chunky Hormel on top of my hot dog.
What is your favorite meal out of the freezer?
Oh, a Banquet Salisbury steak. It has to be Banquet. I got into a fight with somebody just the other day that said Stouffer's was fucking better. Fuck you, you're wrong. Banquet Salisbury steak is the greatest frozen dinner.
And probably the worst for you.
Maybe. I'm okay with that. It wasn't.
I understand.
I didn't go for frozen fucking broccoli.
Well, again, I think RFK is a fucking nut job.
Yeah,
But one thing I do agree with is they need to take a lot of the shit out of the food.
they do.
That is again, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Right.
So you can be a total shitball and horrible at everything in life, but
Yeah.
still have an opinion that is a good opinion.
Yep.
And getting this shit out of the food is a great thing. We need to do that because in other countries, you don't have this shit in food.
Right.
You know, I know people that have celiacs, they can go into other countries and eat things that they can't eat here because they're not adding wheat to all of that shit.
Well, wheat's a filler, right? I
It is. It's a filler.
You know, so we're adding things, but yeah. So anyway, the cost of everything, it definitely affects the poor person a hell of a lot faster and a lot more
Yeah.
than it affects a wealthier person, right? You know, my wife hates it. I'm the first to admit I'm a scumbag because I buy more bottled water than most people should. She bitches about me not drinking enough water, but then also bitches because I don't use reusable cups.
Mhm.
When I feel poor, right? Because there's times in my life that,
Mhm.
and I still, right? It's so weird. It's something I'm getting used to and getting through. But like, there's times where like right now, I feel fucking poor. I have more money in my bank account than I had back when I was broke and shit. But still, like that feeling of,
Mhm.
so yes, like, I mean, I don't go out and get that bottle of water. Like, sure, I'll still spend money on the Monster or something, but like, I don't buy stupid, frivolous things that I think. But like, there's times where I go frivolous. Hey, yeah, for the longest time when I was working my other job, like I just go to Menards, get a case of water for $2 and carry it in the car forever,
Mhm.
and grab a bottle or two. My wife said, "Why don't you just carry around cups filled with water?" And I'm like, because it's just easy for me, right? Like ease is something that's perfect for me.
We had an employee here that was a total shitball
Yeah,
and actually called the cops on.
nice.
That we provide food and drink for our employees.
Yeah,
And she kept going
and for your Bucks and Brews friend every
And-
once in a while.
and that. But she's like, I really wish you guys would get bottled water. We have a huge fucking jug of water downstairs.
yeah,
And we have cups.
small tiny cups.
Again, you can bring in your own fucking
I
container.
could, or you guys could supply.
Fuck that. You got a cup downstairs.
Do I?
I mean, I need you to look at that thing and find out if you want it that's downstairs.
the one that you sent the text
Yeah.
about? No, I'm good.
Okay, then we're gonna break that.
Yeah.
Anyways, Dawn basically looked at this shit bag and we didn't know they were shit bag at the time, so it's not like she was mean about it. She looked
Right.
at her and goes, "Listen, there's free water right there. I provide that. I'm not buying bottles too."
Yeah.
Well, I won't drink it out of there. She goes, "I guess you don't want water then. I
Right.
don't know what to tell you."
Fair enough.
I have a glass downstairs that I'll fill with water. I'll bring a glass from home to fill it with water, especially if I feel like I'm not drinking enough. We do provide flavored water up here because some people want flavor to their water. That's cool.
Yep.
But I'm not going to buy bottled still water when it's downstairs.
Yep. I'm gonna say no, and I actually I enjoy the big jug of water. It's usually purified. Gumball Head is on again. Hey, thanks for joining us.
You do have a cup here, my friend, anytime.
Yeah, it's a we
We need to get on an episode with you. We just can't do it that late because we're old fucks.
I say we got to figure out his life updates.
He's
too.
older than you.
We got to figure out his life updates.
But we're old.
He's got a lot of shit.
He does.
Yeah. But so anyway, back to some tariff things, right? So the world is now retaliating against us, right? Because we keep coming out, and then we put them on hold, and China said, you know what? Fuck you. We're going to source other places. And now it's cost money to the American citizen.
The shit that's really pissing me about is, more tariffs. Nope, we're gonna halt them after 3 days. Is all you're doing at that point is fucking with the market. Well, you're fucking with the market,
right?
So stocks drop astronomically for 3 days, and then all the rich people go up and buy a shit ton of stocks, and then they shoot up again when he's like, nope, tariffs are off.
Yep.
All you're doing is making rich people money because that's all you give a shit about. And all these poor motherfuckers are out here going, oh, he's great. Fuck off.
Yep. And it's sad. It's sad to say it, but I mean, it's really true, right? If you had I do have to send popular vote. I was like, I have to go out and vote today. Tangent time or no?
I do not have to vote today, but tangent time.
Tangent time. All right.
Tangent time is going to be our new episode that we're going to start doing. So we'll have 4 podcasts.
Yes.
That I'm on at least, and we're just going to talk about tangents for an hour. Go ahead.
I'm so excited for this because we're going to get $1,000 to have people come join our 4 podcast.
Yeah.
So if you
book you on 4,
if you want to know about that, go back to our back episode, and
the next episode we upload, we will be talking about that.
So anyway, all right, today is Tuesday, May 6th.
You know what today is?
It's voting day.
But a different tangent before you tangent.
Go ahead.
Today is the Eye Candy's 51st birthday. Happy birthday, Eye Candy.
Happy birthday. So, Mike's one of our favorite people.
He is.
I enjoy spending time with him when I get the opportunity. It's funny, my Facebook had showed me a 15-inch slice of pizza.
Yes, because we did that last year. Spent $80 on 5 slices.
So in my area, there's a vote today. We have a millage that's trying to get passed. And I live in a conservative county, and these shitbags are trying to say that they don't want things to go up. Now, I'll be clear about this vote. This vote is to help fund special education in Ottawa County, which is the county I live in. It will increase for every $100,000 your house is valued at, state equalized value. It will do about $20 to $25 worth of tax increase. And people are against helping kids get better educations and things. And so there's this huge fight because this. And so I decided that I was going to then speak my mind and let everybody know where they could shove it and how they could shove it. And I let them know very nicely, I'm sorry that you don't care enough about another human being besides yourself, and that you don't care about impacting the community to make it better, and that you're not going to vote yes on something because you are fighting for something
for pennies.
It's not even just pennies, right? You're fighting off of principle at this moment, right?
They have no principle.
The Democrats are voting one way, so you have to vote different, even though it's something that impacts for the greater good of human
care about
life.
That.
Right? Not at all.
So let me tell you about.
It's my favorite saying that I've heard people say. Democrats will vote to feed 100 out of 100 will vote to feed people in fear that one could not afford it.
Yep.
Republicans will vote no on feeding 100 people in fear that one didn't earn it.
Right.
Right.
100%.
Like that is the most fucked up thing, right? That's happening right now. These kids didn't ask to be born. Nope. These kids didn't ask to fucking have to go to school. These kids didn't ask to.
They literally asked for nothing.
And the special education, they didn't ask to be born that way, right? It's a homie with an extra chromie. Here we go, bud. Like, and you're going to sit here and vote to help them get through life a little bit easier, and it cost right. One of my biggest things I say, we talk about it, is it takes a fucking village
It does.
to make an impact, right? And you know what? If it cost me the cheapest son of a bitch here, $25, right? My house's state equalized value, for those that are listening, give a shit, is like $150,000. So my price is going to go up in taxes, $40 a year, which turns out to be $3 a month,
Mhm.
right, on my bill. So roughly, right? So roughly $3 a month extra on my payment. So if I was paying $1,100 a month for a mortgage payment, I'm now paying $1,103, right? I'm very, very happy to pay that $3, right? I piss David this morning.
2 for $5.
I have two for $5.50.
Okay, 2
Plus,
for $5.50.
I'm not going to return these fucking things.
Which is another 20 cents. So,
So
two for $5.70.
$5.70. I drank it. What's it done for me? Nothing.
Nothing.
It's giving me something. I have pissed away 6 fucking. Mind you, sure, I did have a beef stick that I ate as a meal, but my total bill was $9.19. And that's what I pissed away this. David, I piss away $10 daily.
You could have brought water from home
Absolutely.
and made a peanut butter sandwich.
Right. I could have grabbed a hard-boiled egg from the refrigerator.
There you go.
I could have eaten at home for free. Already paid for.
Already paid for.
No, I spent $3 a month, which is, okay, mind you, I did $10 just today. If we break $3 a month, that's 30 cents a day for 30 days, right? Or no, for 10 days. Oh my gosh, let's divide that by it's 10 cents a day. Literally 10 cents a day. One can I have to fucking return ever in my life. I have 5 bags at home that I have to go return. It's kind of pissed me off. So I'm gonna go do that today. So these actually might get returned. But we right for when you break things down into American thought process, 10 cents a day, and you won't go impact a life for 10 cents a day.
Why isn't your daughter returning them?
She can't get herself to the fucking store. She will return them. Actually, I could wait for her to.
I'd be like,
school.
hey mom, can you just drive me over to the store with these? I'll return them. Can I keep some of the money?
No, she always gets to keep half of it.
Okay, then
if she does the work.
I would be down.
I know, but the problem is our life is just kind of busy and
I have 2 thoughts.
Yeah.
One is my daughter, so remind me to bring her up in a minute in special ed. The other is this. I'm going to talk about the modern day conservative for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is going to piss conservatives off. And quite frankly, go fuck yourself.
Right.
There's a keychain I have. It says your criticism is appreciated. Fuck you very much. That's how I feel in life. Anyways, the modern day conservative doesn't give a fuck about the kids. When something happens with kids, they're the bubble above their head, in comics, would be fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Because they don't give a shit about these fucking kids. They try to solve problems like, we don't want trans athletes in sports. How many trans athletes are in the NCAA? Less than 10.
Well, it was 4.
Yeah, something like that. It was less than 10.
I think it was 4 total.
And are they really affecting anything? And do you understand how trans works? Obviously, you fucking don't. So go fuck yourself. Secondly, you don't seem to be worried about these kids that are getting raped or child trafficked or anything else. You talk about it, but you don't do shit about it. You don't give a fuck about these kids that are getting shot in school. Fuck them kids. They got shot in school. Fuck them. They shouldn't have been there. They should have had a bulletproof bodysuit.
Yep.
And if they didn't, fuck them. I hate this shit. You're not trying to fix problems. You're not trying to fucking help anybody. You know what?
She shouldn't have dressed that way.
Right.
He shouldn't have been in that location. Right.
I'm the type of person that I'm a gun owner. I like to shoot my guns.
Absolutely.
If they say
fucking people.
Correct.
Say Jesus.
If they said I'm gonna make it really hard for you to own a gun, cool, do that.
Right.
I'm fine.
Yeah, have fun.
Why are the conservatives always sitting there going, don't touch my guns? We had a guy come in the other day that had an abolish the ATF fucking sweatshirt on. I'm like, there's a douchebag.
Right. Oh my God. I was gonna start. I went on vacation.
Yeah.
And I really wanted. So I'm thinking about it. I just don't want to be that person. I want to start the t-shirt douchebag of the day.
Oh yeah.
Because I almost did it because every day it seemed like I had a really fucked up photo that I was taking. It was gun paw. That's what it said. Like a grandpa, but cooler with guns. And I was like, oh, cool. Douchebag number 1 of the day, right? And so like, and then I saw, just a bunch of other like stupid fucking people wearing stupid things. And it's like, all right, so you're gonna win next douchebag of the day. And I'm so excited because I really want douchebags of the day, right? I just have to get better at being,
That guy.
yeah, like who's willing to just call people out for stupid shit.
So while you're looking,
Yeah.
let's talk about my daughter for a minute.
Yeah, your daughter.
Is she a contributing member to society?
Yeah.
Does pretty good with stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
you would say she's worth something.
Yeah.
She had special education.
Yeah.
You think she's been pretty successful in life?
She's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has her own place. Got a college degree, working.
College degree, right? Like she's
with no debt.
Yeah.
With no debt.
Yeah. I have a higher net worth than most Americans, and I was in special education, right? Which is fucking hilarious when you tell people this, right? Like,
yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
something I didn't know about.
Yeah. So, so me and Donald Trump have one thing in common.
You both needed special education,
right? But say, right, everybody jokes that Donald Trump can't read. I really think he really can't. I can read, but my reading comprehension is actually kind of low.
Yeah.
And it's funny because yeah, sure, put a contract in front of me. The funny thing is this is why I have a lawyer, right? Your job is to fucking read this to make sure that it goes fine, right? Like, so right, Billy, I was in special education. It wasn't, so like it wasn't
intensive or anything.
There's levels of special ed. So my brother was in full special education, right? Me, instead of having to take a foreign language, I never had to, right? I had to take, I don't call it home ec or what, I don't even know, like freshman seminar, a seminar class or something, right? Like, sure. Yes. Did I have an easier way of doing? Yes, that's exactly it, right? Because I needed an extra study hour because yes, again, can I read? Can I, it's just going to take me longer to comprehend, right?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Yes. But you know what I excel in? Finances. You know what I excel in? Making money, right? I'm better at other things.
What was your high school GPA?
3.7 something.
You know what mine was?
2.2. Yeah.
You know what my college GPA was?
4.0.
3.86.
3.86. That's nice.
I graduated with highest honors.
Yeah.
It's not that I was.
Do you know my college was?
What?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I failed.
So it's not that I was dumb in school. I was bored.
Right.
Because school nowadays isn't learning. It's not critical thinking.
Right.
It's memorization. I had this talk with Skylar the other day. They teach you how to memorize shit. And I didn't want to do that.
Which is why I'm fucking great at school.
Right. Because you could sit there and memorize shit. You know what I could memorize? I could memorize Mark Grace's batting average in April in 1991.
Right.
That was something I wanted to know.
Interest you, yes.
I don't want to memorize what this fucking French word means. I don't give a shit. I did horrible on vocab tests because I didn't give a fuck. I knew how to conjugate those verbs. I just didn't know what any of those verbs fucking meant. And when it came to English, I was great on spelling tests or vocab tests because I knew what the shit meant.
Yeah.
But if you asked me to do it, fuck you. I'm not going to study for that. I might get it wrong. I don't give a shit.
It's a horrible example, but like principle and principle.
Yeah.
I do understand that the one is PAL. I couldn't, if you asked me to spell the word right now, I probably couldn't do it. But I know that PAL is your pal and he's your principal and the other one's principle of the matter. Here's an example. Fair, fair, and fair.
Mm-hmm.
I could not figure. I know one is it's not fair, one is a taxi fare, and one is a fare for a carnival or whatever you would call it. If you had all three of them on a board right now, I couldn't tell you which one was which. Don't give a fuck. I do know the twos.
When do you use an versus a?
An, when you have a vowel, the next letter that's coming up. So an aviation or a pilot.
So I said to my wife in the last few weeks, you always use a incorrectly. I don't understand what you mean. I'm like, you put an A in front of a word that starts with a vowel. She goes, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, it should be "and" in a word that starts in front of a vowel. She goes, I don't understand. I'm like, do you know what a vowel is?
Yeah.
Well, of course I do. I'm like, then you don't fucking use "a" in front of it. You use "and." So if it's automobile, you don't use "a." You use "an automobile," not "a automobile."
Right.
I don't give a shit. Okay, well, fine. Again, she thinks I'm putting her down when I say this shit.
Right. You're just trying to help educate. No, sorry. I was.
Notification is just got the #1 gifter badge. Thank you for the gifts. I'm not doing this to put you down. I'm not doing this to make you look stupid. I'm doing this to educate you so that the next time you write something, somebody's not, oh, that person's dumb.
Yeah. Oh,
because that's the thought I have.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not necessarily dumb. It's uneducated or ignorant.
Yeah.
And again, you can be those things, but educating yourself is the important part. Dawn has said to me for a long time, if she had never moved here, she would probably be racist because she grew up with all white people and around all white people. And she thought, you know, when she was younger growing up, she thought that for the most part, people of color did all these bad things that gave them a bad name, not necessarily just got pigeonholed into a spot and everybody just expected that they were bad people.
Right.
She's come to learn that there are a lot of white people that are horrible fucking people.
Oh, God, yeah.
But she doesn't feel she'd have that same worldview had she stayed in that area with all the white people. And again, not necessarily just white people, but poor white people, you know, people that never get out of that ecosystem to understand what actually goes on in the world. Again, you and I talked about this before my first cruise. I was afraid to leave the country. I didn't want to leave the country.
Right.
And you were like, no, fuck, I go to Mexico, I go to the Dominican, I go all these places and I talk to everybody. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And then I left the country and you were right. It's great. I love talking to these people because I want their perspective on life.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a much different perspective than we do.
Well, and now you're seeing things more as in you're seeing that you actually view America, the way the world sees
Correct.
America, right?
100%.
You just were so surrounded by people you let in your head, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, there's a stupid example of something because I firmly believe in what was the stuff that Hitler did with the
ethnic cleansing.
No, sorry. That's a horrible way to ask a question.
It is.
But like with the TV commercials and all that.
Propaganda.
Like, propaganda. So I believe that propaganda is a thing that happens.
It's very possible.
Subliminal messaging is also. So I listen to Free Beer and Hot Wings, excellent job on them. But low testosterone, right? So like just like a hypochondriac, right? Mm-hmm. They read something and so they think they have it. I constantly hear about low testosterone. No, hey, it helps you this. And I feel like I hear it so much. It's like the one time I feel weak, I'm like, oh man, do I have low testosterone? That's something I never ever thought about in my entire fucking life. Now it's this big, huge fucking thing, right? So it's like, oh man, do you start to think about it? So like now I don't usually have radio on, but like I try to listen to them in the morning because it's, you know, they have some trivia. But like I change the channel, right? If that comes on, right? I don't want even that thought process to be in my head because I'm 36. Yes, it's a possibility, but I'm 36 years old. Mm-hmm. Honestly, if I just got up and did something, I wouldn't think I had low testosterone. Thanks so much for the follow.
Why did they take cigarette commercials off TV?
Because people would go start getting addicted to cigarettes.
Yeah,
right. Like
that looks cool. That's something I should do. I'll just start doing that.
Right, subliminal messaging. Right. I mean, they stopped having alcohol and cigarettes for I mean, even NASCAR. Right, NASCAR stopped having cigarettes and alcohol as sponsors.
So sports night, I love sports night.
Yeah, of course.
You know that. And there was one episode where they got on Dan because he talked about
top gifter badge
marijuana usage, right? And I like that person. Trump loves the poorly educated. That's my guy. Anyways, and he's sitting there and they're like, well, you need to apologize for talking about marijuana. He goes, I'll do that the next time I'm reporting on the Winston Cup.
Yeah.
Or, the Anheuser-Busch series or whatever. And sports is kind of that gateway to all the shitty things in life. Mm-hmm. Gambling, alcohol. We love alcohol, but again, it's not good for you. Right. Nicotine, drugs, all of that. Sports is that gateway in there for most men because we like competition and we like sports and we're going to pay attention to that shit. Yep. And Nick, you're a kid. You're like 8.
Yeah.
You're playing
Oh,
you're playing little league.
Little League baseball.
Did you get Big League Chew? Was that the thing?
I just walked into the gas station 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and right there, I go, oh, fucking Big League Chew.
Why did you want Big League Chew instead of like Bazooka or something?
Why the fuck would I want Bazooka?
I'm just saying.
The gum. No, why? Because all of my fucking people that I watched had big old fucking mouths full of chew, and they were spitting. And
you could
everybody had that bag that they rolled up, right?
Yeah, because and in that bag there were shreds.
There was shreds.
And you were like, oh, I can be like a big leaguer. Who was it when you were growing up? Because for me, it'd be like Daryl Evans or somebody.
Right. So, well, during my time, they kind of started getting rid of it. So
they did, but like, what baseball player did you look up to when you were like a kid?
I mean, I was a Griffey fan.
Okay, so you're looking up to Ken Griffey, and he wasn't a big chew guy, but John Kruk.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
John Kruk, big chew guy.
Yep.
Probably has no teeth now, like Lenny Dykstra. But
you look at, I mean, like one of my, we joke about this, like Rookie of the Year, one of my favorite fucking coaches. I mean, who I joked about being as a coach, right? I fill that shit with seeds.
Yeah.
I fill that shit. Yes. Oh, and they showed him. They showed him in the dugout, constantly grabbing, and that's why they created more seeds.
Right.
So that way guys got off the chew.
Well, and see, I always, if you see me on a field, you see me with a big fucking wad in my mouth. It's seeds. It's always seeds.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like tobacco in any way, shape, or form. So it's always a shit ton of seeds because that's what you stick in your mouth when you're on a field.
Oh, yeah. Well, and for me, I did it mostly because I knew I didn't want to yell, hurry the fuck up.
Right.
If I have big chew, it's a reminder not to go crazy. So, but yeah, I say it's
hey, Mike's on. How you doing, Mike?
Hey,
we need to have you back on at some point. Nick and I were just talking about you yesterday.
Yeah. So, but right, I mean, and so yes, Big League Chew was the exact thing that you needed, right?
Well, again, that's the subliminal messaging you're talking about when you're like, all right, well, what's going on here? That's what's going on. Is you're sitting there watching your favorite ball player, and you're like, all right, well, that makes total sense. Why, as a kid, I needed to have some Big League Chew in my mouth because I want to be, Alan Trammell or some shit.
Oh, absolutely, right.
And
you hear about greatness, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Mark the Bird Fidrich, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not great, not the greatest thing, but like, how many people had tried to intimidate or, the exact, go out to the side. Here we go. Now we got this, right? I mean,
Fred Kimbrell now, when he's got his arm like this, or for me, it was Rick Sutcliffe. So Rick Sutcliffe would always talk on WGN, and he's like, don't pitch like me, because when he would come back, he would bend his wrist like this on the delivery, and he's like, don't do this is bad for your wrist. And then he'd come through. But you don't do those things, it's not good for you.
I had a loose stance because this was my batting. I was a fucking Gary Sheffield fan all day, right? High up, elbow here. I'm rocking that back because I'm ready to fucking swing.
I used to joke that we played against this girl that thought she was Craig Counsell because her bat would be way down here. And I'm like, what the fuck is that kid doing?
The same, but like, right, and so you intimidate things that you want, and so when you look up to somebody and they're smoking, they're drinking, they're doing right. I mean, okay, we talk about like movies, right? I mean, Scarface is a very popular men's movie, but what's the gambling movie? Rounders is trying to think of the
Latino.
Yeah, say right, like, so you get it looks like the most fun time of your entire life. Yes, I want to do that. How do I go do that? Right? Like, oh, I drink, I smoke, and I have a good time, right?
Actors talk about it. Wrestlers talk about it. What's it more fun to play, the good guy or the bad guy?
Right.
It's always more fun to play the bad guy. You can do anything.
Right.
And nothing you do is off limits because you're the bad guy.
Yep.
When we do a Star Wars event and dress up, there's the two most popular costumes out there. It's obviously Chewbacca.
Yep.
Because it's rare you see a Chewbacca. But the other one is
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Darth Vader will suck people in immediately because that's a cool character for everybody. He's the bad guy.
Yep. Sorry. And that's what you have to figure out, right? So, but the government is usually wrong in everything that they fucking do, but one thing they have gotten right, it's bad when the government has to step in to do something, right? They force you to, they force nicotine, cigarette companies to put, ads,
warning labels,
right? They then say, hey, you can't have commercial ads, right? Like people have to, because that's how bad it is for you. And the government says, look, this is so bad, we can't have this, right? Like
Nicotine's horrible for you.
Yeah.
Why do people smoke?
Why?
You know?
Because my family smoked and everybody in the whole thing smoked.
I mean, but really, in an internal level, it's because it relieves anxiety.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Smoking nicotine relieves anxiety.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody knows. I've dipped in my life. Yeah, like I mean, it is a thing that's happened.
Yeah.
The first time I did it was the greatest moment of my life.
Yeah.
Guys don't take that as something to go do, right? I had been drinking some beers and doing whatever. My buddy did whatever. He's like, "Here, try this," or So finally, I broke down. And I was like, "All right, cool." I threw in a pouch. I melted, melted into and so then I started chasing. And I have addiction problems,
Yeah.
So I started chasing that fucking. And trust me, by the last time I was doing it, I had 40 milligrams of nicotine for pouches. I had a whole horseshoe in my mouth, and then I was like, "All right, I'm done." And so it took me, a couple days to break it. But like, yeah.
Well, they tell you the first time you try heroin
Yeah.
is the greatest thing you've ever done in your life, and it's never going to be that good. So you just start chasing it.
Yep, you chase it,
and you do more and more heroin, and then you're dead.
That's why it's why I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
As much as I want that, I don't, because I know that all I'm going to do is spend that kind of money to go get it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Again, we have addictive personalities.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why when we drink, sometimes we drink too much.
Oh yeah, so that definitely true. I'm addicted.
You went through 2 monsters in a half hour.
Yeah, I said I'm addicted to caffeine. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but it was I didn't have any for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, right back at it, right?
Well, and you and I, we've talked about it before. A lot of times when we overdrink, we're trying to shut our brain off. Our brain's like, hey, you don't feel so shitty about yourself right now. Let's have a little more, and a little more, and a little more. And then somebody looks at us and they're like, that dude's not fucking home anymore.
Yep.
Like his eyes are open and he's talking, but he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And unfortunately, that's what happens because our brains, they're so overworked with everything that's going on in life that at some point you're just like, time to turn off.
Yep. That's a thing that has to. But sorry. So all right, tangent time's done quick.
Yep.
Back to some tariffs. And what and how China's taking, how the world is. So Canada, right?
Yep.
Canada, they are going through a new prime minister.
Yep.
Right, who is very anti-Trump, right?
Very liberal.
You have what'd you do?
I don't know. They're pissed off about something. It's fucking TikTok. They're always pissed off about something.
You said the word Trump and liberal.
Probably.
Yeah, way to go.
I mean, that shit happens.
But
it looks like we're still on, so hopefully you're still seeing us on TikTok. If not, fuck Trump.
But right, so anyway, so when the world can see that you're doing something wrong, you probably should open up your eyes and say, "Hey, I'm doing something right." My wife is usually the first person to tell me, "Hey, you're being an asshole."
Mhm.
I don't usually see it.
No, never. Especially if it's somebody close to you.
Right. When somebody else then goes, "Hey, you were kind of an asshole." That's two people. I should probably take a look at this. And I got to figure out, do I give a shit or do I double down? Right?
We've talked about this before. There were times on the cruise you were hard to handle.
Oh, something happened. Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah, we got shut down.
Did we really?
Yep.
Why?
We can't go live until May 13th.
Oh shit, you have 7 days. Why?
I don't know if it will tell us.
Oh, okay.
But somebody reported us for something. Hate speech. I can appeal, and I'm going to.
Oh, play that little video. See what it says first.
Trans athletes in sports. I talked about conservatives being shitbags. I'm submitting it. Fuck you, people.
Yeah, of course.
For those of you on Twitch and watching this on the podcast, Somebody on TikTok had an issue with me saying conservatives are shitbags because they worry about things like trans people in sports.
And also, let's be clear, YouTube, Steam, Jesus, Twitch. David and I are never going to hide away from things that we've done, right? If we did something, we'll take full responsibility to say that we did it, right? Had we gotten banned or whatever you call right, for saying fuck, absolutely, we said fucking yes. I'm sorry, your thing doesn't tolerate it, right? But so here's the fun thing that I have. TikTok is currently a Chinese run company. No? Did it get bought?
Singapore. It's not Chinese. They keep running around saying it's Chinese. It's from Singapore.
But has he been part of the Communist Party of China?
No. He's not Chinese.
So has he ever been affiliated with the Chinese party?
No. Because he's not Chinese.
So I have 2 new bowling teammates that I bowl. They're both of Asian descent, and so I kept asking them if they were Chinese or Japanese. No, Senator, I'm Singaporean. But so that being said, right? Singapore, right?
Yeah.
Which doesn't have the same constitutional rights that we have.
Yep.
This is an app that is in the USA, and we have constitutional rights. And my first constitutional right is
freedom of speech.
I have the freedom of speech and the freedom of press. Expression. I can express my anger. I can express my sadness. I can sit and have a protest in quiet. I can have a protest out loud. I can put a fucking billboard up. No, sure, we can go into like slander and things. But anyway, I have the ability to do this type of a thing, right? Which is why we get to be anti-Trump. We get to be anti Kamala Harris, right? You can be this. You don't get to go to jail for this, right? So freedom of speech, right? We got to say that. We get to say that.
Yep.
But we don't own that app.
No, they can do whatever they want.
Correct. Hey, if they find that to be something.
I am not in agreement with the talk that we had about trans athletes being offensive in any way. And if you're offended by it, fuck you.
Right.
I don't really give a shit because trans athletes should not be a hill to die on. Okay. There aren't that many. And even if there are, you don't understand how trans people exist, so you don't get a say on whether they can or cannot compete in sports. You know, when you're trans, you go through gene therapy that alters the chemistry in your body. So it's not like if you were a man and now you're competing as a woman that you have all that testosterone. They give you extra estrogen and drain that testosterone down. Listen, I don't have the testosterone of a normal man. I have to take testosterone shots because obviously my shit doesn't work like it used to.
Right.
So I couldn't compete on the same level as a 47-year-old that doesn't need to take testosterone replacement. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that's fine. Everybody's body's different. I don't give a shit. But at the same time, you know, I kind of want to talk about ignorance and evolving here for a minute, Nick. How was 15-year-old Nick with trans people?
Oh, anti.
Did it weird you out?
I never really dealt with like trans people, but like,
I mean, if you saw it somewhere.
Oh yeah, no, I'd be a normal day conservative, right?
Yeah, you would make fun of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Same. I would have done the same fucking thing at 15.
Yep. My coaches, right, for the sports I was playing would have been, hey, look at that over there, right? And some derogatory things would have been said, right? We talk about a ring.
Yeah.
Right? David, we talk about this all the time. I'm a huge soccer fan. You know this, right?
Yes.
You respect the fact that I'm a huge soccer fan. My mom still to this day, every time I post that I'm watching soccer, right? I got up for fucking Team USA soccer, right?
Yeah.
With my daughter and every time, I thought I thought only communists played soccer and blah blah. It's like Jesus Christ, like my mom is still like that racist bigoted type of a mindset because that's the thing she knows, right? And doesn't understand how
she doesn't educate herself.
Correct, right? And it's fine.
And again, she's not stupid, she's ignorant.
Right. But got it. When I was playing football at 10 years old, I'd say the exact same thing.
Yeah. Because you were ignorant.
We'd be doing up downs. What are we? We're men. We're playing football. What are they? Berries. And it's like, now I'm like, oh shit, man. Like, oh, It's just ridiculous, right?
One of our rivals was purple.
Yeah.
School colors were purple.
Caledonia?
No, I played very south of here.
Yeah.
And I remember one of our coaches going, "We're going to beat the purple pansies."
Yeah.
Or purple pussies or
Right.
whatever he said.
Yeah. Say something.
And we're like, yeah, that's great.
Yep.
That's dumb.
Because purple was
a girl's color.
Absolutely, right?
So they're all girls. Mind you, they were us and them were the best teams in the conference. Okay.
Yep.
So they were not pussies and they were very tough.
But I say, but that's the mindset that a lot of us grew up with.
It is.
It takes a lot to grow out of it, right?
If you want to stay ignorant and be that way, I talked about Dawn when she was younger and stuff. You can absolutely stay ignorant and be that way.
Yep.
I want to evolve as a person, so I got to know some trans people, and you know what? They're wonderful human beings. There's nothing wrong with them. Their mind works different, maybe than what you would expect. Somebody born a certain way their mind would work like mine. I can't relate to a trans woman because I don't want to wear a dress. I don't. And it doesn't mean if you're trans that you're necessarily going through gender reassignment or that you're cutting off, your penis or anything like that. You could just want to outwardly appear in the way you inwardly feel, and that's great. It doesn't mean you're going to cut anything off or remake anything. None of that shit.
Do you wear a suit?
I mean, at times.
Do you?
At times.
Sure.
Not often, but if it calls for it.
Do you feel good when you wear a suit?
Oh yeah.
Right? You feel a little upper echelon.
Yeah,
right?
you feel powerful.
You do, honestly, right? Because we look at Vince McMahon, who's a piece of shit now, right? When he comes out wearing his suit,
yep.
Oh man, you're like
strutting.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. That's all right. That's a man right there, And so, but and you look at again. We talked about The Godfather, right? He wears a suit in that, right? Surprising. So you feel right when I put on my ring, when I put on my watch, when I put on a collared shirt, I feel a little something, right? And so there's people in this world that want to feel pretty. They want to feel, I feel dirty and dingy. I wear a t-shirt and shorts and I barely comb my beard, right? But when I take the hour to comb my beard, to put on my watch, I feel something. But there are people who want to feel a certain way, right? And I'm not going to stop you from feeling because it's not going to what you feel doesn't affect me.
Correct.
It's a matter of how you take it out on me. That doesn't affect me, right? So yes, I can feel angry and you'll know it, but right, your feelings, as Trump says, right? Fuck your feelings. Okay, cool. Don't worry about my feelings. Worry about your own, right?
Correct.
And so,
if it's not affecting you, it doesn't fucking matter.
I say, I trust me, Dawn and I, the same aspect, right? I grew up with very wrong people in my life guiding me into spots and things like that. And don't get me wrong, it took my best friend coming out and me realizing that he didn't change and we still got the fuck around. And I still make the same fucking gay jokes. Hey, they're still funny to today, right? And he finds it funny. But, it takes something in your life to change something, right?
Yeah.
And so, the first time you get to sit around with a bunch of people watching soccer, even though you don't like it, but you're open to it, and you have a great time. You're like, oh yeah. Right? Some of the goals.
I will never throw that on when I'm home alone. But if I'm in a group and we're watching, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I've gone to a soccer bar before.
Oh yeah.
I went in LA with family.
There you go. Yeah. No, but I'll go drink and watch it all day. So,
it's the same with baseball. There are people that don't enjoy baseball, but if baseball's on and there's a bunch of people around, they're fine.
Yes, they're called psycho. No, I have so many friends that are not sports fans in any way, but they're not opposed to going to an event when my buddy goes to me with Whitecaps, he is there for the halftime show. Jesus, the
7th inning stretch?
No, the intermissions.
Oh yeah.
Between innings.
Yeah, he likes the games.
Right, the Whitecap. Hey,
dizzy bat race or
bouncing each other. On the ball thing.
The kid running around the bases with Crash.
Right, wiener races, things like that. Right, we want to watch two grown ass men run into each other. Crashes, fall, and burn. That's what we're there for, right? I'm there for America's Funniest Videos live.
Right.
Right. So, why do they do dizzy bat race at the 7th inning? Because you've been drinking the whole time. And yes, do I want to watch you fall on your face?
Yes.
Absolutely. Do I do I get annoyed when the one guy can actually tolerate how to do it, just runs perfectly fine? You're like, boring.
Have we ever shared videos with each other of a dude getting kicked in the balls?
Right, of course.
Do you want to get kicked in the balls?
No.
I don't either.
Do I
But
want
somebody else getting kicked in the balls is hilarious.
Right. So, but that being said, anyway, yeah. So, right, it will always take something. And so this back to the whole TikTok and us getting banned for
Yeah.
a week. You know, that person is not open to two sides of a story. They're not open to, they're a one-track mind and they're a one-track thing.
I think that's what pisses me off. It's one of the things about conservatives that pisses me off the most is, again, you're not actually you're listening to the propaganda. We talked about propaganda earlier. You're not actually learning about anything. You're just taking your point of view and living in an echo chamber where that's the only point of view. And it's gone around for a long time that every conservative accusation is a confession, and a lot of that is really true. And they tried to turn that around on leftists like me. I'm constantly trying to learn and better myself. Could I put what I said in a different way that didn't get us suspended off TikTok for a week? Probably.
Sure.
Do I give a shit? Probably not. I'm not ignorant to it. I just don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say, how I want to say it. And if that offends you, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
Sure.
Now, if I say something that's patently offensive to many groups of people, now I need to do some education. Now I need to learn, did I really step over a line here? Because I'll tell you right now, if you talk to many people on my side of the aisle, is saying that conservatives are blowing out of proportion a trans issue that shouldn't be a fucking issue in the first place, they're going to go, yeah, they're blowing that out of proportion. That's stupid.
Absolutely.
Because they are.
But from the other side of things, I still think they're blowing it out of proportion. I think a normal, sane person would think that what you said is not an extremist, right? You right in the middle. Hey, this is something that doesn't even need to be talked about. Don't worry about it, right? Like you're making it an issue and it's not an issue, right? It's the same as you and I talking to our wives about taking care of the fucking clothes or something. Look, this isn't an issue. I just want you to be aware of something, right? Yeah. Hey, this isn't an issue, but the car has a check engine light. It could be something, it could be nothing, right? Oh, hey, because you know how many, granted, nowadays technology, but like, oh, hey, the gas cap just isn't tight, right? Hey, it's not an issue. Let's pay attention, right? Like,
I mean, we talked about it earlier, A versus N.
Right.
Is it an issue?
No.
No. Do you want to sound a little more educated? Maybe. Is it going to hurt me if my wife does it the wrong way? No. Doesn't hurt me at all.
Nope.
I'm just trying to give you the education there that the next time you write it, somebody doesn't go, man, that's ignorant.
Yeah.
Because again, you're not stupid.
Right.
You just don't care enough to know. And ignorance is not bad, depending on what you're ignorant about.
The amount of times that everybody, right? Everybody and their brother will say they hate texting. Because I don't believe in punctuation.
No, you text like a 5-year-old.
Correct. It is right. If you ask me now I've got, so like if you ask me 3 questions in a thing, hey, do you want to go to the game? What time works best for you? And do you want to ride together? I've now gone to yes, space, 3 o'clock, space, sure.
Yeah, not you're doing space this way, but it's space this way.
I'm not right. Like, but I've gotten to the point where it's like, hey, I'm answering 3 questions. But like, if I were to write that question, right, it would read as, hey, you want to go baseball game this time? Do you want to ride together? Or there's no pause. There's no
yes, one yes,
right? Like, there's no things, right? I have an on-running sentence, right? You want to go baseball game? My mom says hot dogs are on the grill. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. That's how my shit reads. All is one, right? Like 15 years from now, pool. Like I don't take time to do whatever. If you have a question about it, fucking call me. Right?
You watch The Office, right?
Absolutely.
Why use much words when few words work?
Yes, that's exactly it, right? My favorite. So I think my favorite is like, people that know me know I don't text well or give a fuck to text. So one of my friends, his son wanted to borrow some money or do whatever, right? And wanted to do some real estate stuff. So he sends me this fucking 14-page fucking paragraph, right? Hey, this. Yeah, I'm interested. That's all I said, right? Like, Hey, this. Okay. Hey, I see my buddy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, so my son, I forgot to tell him that you hate the fucking text." And he's like, "Is he mad at me?" And he's like, I gave him the answer that he needed. Like, what? It's like, he just said all his shit. I just agreed. Okay, like, what more if you want something, fucking call me, right? Like, hey, you want to talk about this? Like, I'll trust me. You call me, we're gonna talk for 15 hours. We're gonna have Bucks and Brews.
Right.
If Bucks and Brews was written, these episodes for me would be 14 fucking seconds, right? It would be what we post on Facebook to tell you we're going live.
Yeah.
Come talk tariffs. Tariffs, this, boom. That's it, right? Tariffs are bad. China hates us. Cool, right? Like that's me writing Bucks and Brews, fucking hilarious, right? Me talking on Bucks and Brews, we'll go for fucking 40 hours.
Well, yeah, talking is just easier for us.
Absolutely. So,
is there anything else you wanted to hit?
No, I appreciate everybody joining us. Sorry we got kicked off TikTok.
I guess we won't be doing any more live TikToks this week.
Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. And
thanks for joining, guys. We'll be back maybe this week with another episode.
Hopefully.
You've dialed in
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these
because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money, bucks,
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.